going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. Before I came in here to make this video, I looked in the mirror and I look so tired. My eyes are droopy, my eyes are red, I feel like crap, I feel like I'm half dead. I slept pretty decent last night for me. I woke up a couple of times, but that's pretty much normal. But for some reason today, I've just been tired and felt exhausted all day long. I hope that coming in here and making this video will actually get my mind to working and get me to actually start waking up and actually get some more energy, because sometimes that's the way that it actually happens. If you get busy doing something, especially something important, you seem to get a burst of energy. So hopefully that will be the case. I might need to take more B complex, more B12. My mom's been telling me that, take this, take this, take this. And she's 70 years old and she takes it and it seems to help her. So I need to take it also. I take, fish oil, CoQ10, vitamin K2. I take hawthorn and magnesium, potassium, but I need to start taking B complex and especially B12 to get more energy. But today, usually I'm okay, but today for some reason it's just draining and has been all day long. But anyway, if you see these eyes, don't laugh, don't make fun of me in the comments, because it happens to everyone every now and again. So this is me today, tired, droopy-eyed MD Creekmore. But anyways, let's take a look at this article over here on Zero Hedge. Deep State Agenda is Controlled Demolition of America. Alex Newman. Award-winning journalist Alex Newman, author of the popular book Deep State, says there is a not-so-secret plan to destroy everything in America and everything it stands for. And I've talked about this for the last 4 or 5 years now, and other people here on YouTube has talked about this also, so it's definitely not a big secret. But unfortunately, a lot of people still think it's a conspiracy theory. Newman contends it is the only way for evil globalists to have the tyrannical New World Order they dream of. The evil destroyers of freedom and liberty around the world will be talking about the demise of America at the globalist COP28 conference in Dubai, United Arab Emirates this week, Newman explains. This is all part of the agenda. What we are watching now is the deliberate destruction of the American middle class and the deliberate destruction of the American economy. Unfortunately, if these evildoers get their way, it will result in the deliberate destruction of the United States of America. We are talking about the controlled demolition of our country, our military might, and everything we hold dear. This has been known at the highest levels of government for a very long time. And if you look at what's been going on with all the spending, the open border, it's obvious that this is the plan. They are doing everything they can to destroy this country because they want the country to be destroyed. They want it to be like a third world country, but they also want to be able to stand up and say that this is proof that the constitutional republic and democracy doesn't work. So we have to put in a better system, and this better system is this globalist one world government. He talked about the global alliance of globalists, communists, socialists, and Islamists who are all working in unison for the goal of destroying the United States. And the thing about it is, these people here all want to control themselves. The globalists, the communists, the socialists, and the Islamists all have their own agenda, but they're all working to destroy the country. And when that happens, I think the globalists, communists, socialists, and Islamists will most likely turn on each other in one form or another. That's the way that it happens, because evil turns on itself and can't be trusted. This is not just as a nation, says Higgins, but even as an ideal. So they want to destroy the ideal of America, freedom, constitutional republic, democracy. They want to destroy that so they can come in and replace that with their new system. They want to come in and say, this doesn't work. This is proof. Look at where we are now. Look at this country completely destroyed. We need more control over what goes on. We can make things better for you. That's why they always come in with their agendas, is they want to come in and say, it's for you. It's to save the children. It's to help everyone. Prosperity and happiness and wealth and sustainability for everyone. But this over here hasn't worked, because look at it now, it's just collapsed. even though they've collapsed it on purpose. They're going to come in and offer the solution. Crisis, reaction, solution, what this is all about. They want to shift the global power over to China. That's obvious at this point, and over to the United Nations to gradually and then suddenly destroy the United States. However, if you look at what's going on right now, we have China, Russia, Brazil, the BRICS nations, pretty much putting together their own United Nations. So how's it going to work? They says here they want to shift global power over to China and over to the United Nations to gradually and then suddenly destroy the United States. But China and Russia, Brazil, India, the BRICS nations are working on their own economic systems and things. They're also working on their own, pretty much their own United Nations through BRICS. So where does this leave the United Nations at? I don't know exactly about that right yet. They don't just want to destroy this country. They also want to destroy the ideas and principles it is founded upon, because it is simply not compatible with this one world system they want. George Soros told us what the New World Order was going to look like in 10 years. He told the Financial Times that China needed to own the New World Order in the same way the United States owns the current one. See, so people think that, Russia and China are fighting against the New World Order, but no, they're just fighting to be the leader of the New World Order, to take the place of the United States and to dictate world policy like the United States has done for so long. The United States is going to be pretty much like Mexico, Venezuela, or something like that, because all the power and the wealth is going to be transferred to these globalists and over to China and pretty much the BRICS nations, in my opinion. Newman says Donald Trump is not part of the New World Order, and he dismantled much of it during his presidency. Newman says Donald Trump is the first president in a century who did not go to this weird club of elites, such as Bohemian Grove. He never went to Bilderberg. He was never involved in the Council on Foreign Relations. Trump did not participate in the Trilateral Commission. He was not recruited in the Skull and Bones at Yale like John Kerry, George H.W. Bush, and George W. Bush. He was just not part of the club. Trump was not controlled by these people, and I agree he wasn't fully controlled by the globalists. They were able to manipulate him on some key things like COVID-19 shots and the MCA, but ultimately they did not feel like they could control him. He was an outsider. This is why they're absolutely petrified of him coming back. And in my opinion, he won't be coming back unless they've gotten to him and want him to come back and want to put him in place. Because these people, if you look, these are powerful people, organizations. Trilateral Commission, Council on Foreign Relations, United Nations, the Deep State, the CIA. And look at the last presidential election, how that went. We all know who won that election. We all know how that went. So, if they can't keep Donald Trump out, if they actually want him to stay out, and he hasn't been part of the system like they say here, and hasn't been turned into part of the system, then he's not going to be reelected. They would actually assassinate him before I think he would be reelected and put back into office. Because these people are powerful organizations. They run the world. And if they don't want one man to get in as president, he won't be in as president. So, if you're looking for Donald Trump to come in and save the world, don't count on it. I just, you might think differently. You might think, yeah, Donald Trump's going to come back and save the world. And, hopefully I'm totally wrong. But I don't think that's going to happen, because these people will not let him win unless they want him to win. They will not let him back in office unless they want him back in office. And I don't think that they do. So I don't think it's going to happen. However, if something did happen and he got put back in, then you better be looking very, very closely, because he is more than likely part of the system. Because I don't see how one man is going to get votes to get put in this position with all these people if they actually don't want him in that position. You have, like I said here, Bilderberg Group, Bohemian Grove, Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, Skull and Bones, United Nations, Deep State, CIA, FBI. Everyone, if they actually don't want him, they're all in together trying to destroy this country. If they don't want Trump to be president again, in my opinion, he won't be. So, hopefully I'm wrong. I could be. He might Our vote might count. We might go out and vote, and he might get put into office, and he might change everything and fix it all. However, I just don't see it happening that way. Anyway, regardless, you need to keep prepping, keep preparing, and know this is what's going on right here. We've known this for a while. That's why the border's wide open. That's why they have the corrupt court system. That's why we're seeing, people, the courts and Congress and the Senate trying to destroy America, pointing out that, white people are the enemy. It's spending trillions of dollars. I mean, it's all obvious that they're working behind the scenes to destroy the country. And, a lot of people will talk about Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a moron, and he's been in a nursing home, in my opinion, and he isn't really in control of anything whatsoever. He thinks that he is, probably, but he isn't. Everything's being run behind the scenes, and Joe Biden is the scapegoat to take all the blame. He's a perfect scapegoat, in all honesty about it. So he isn't really in control. Joe Biden isn't. Joe Biden is an evil person, in my opinion, just like all the politicians are. And don't look for, politics to save you. Keep prepping, keep praying, keep getting ready. And if something does happen to make things better, that would be great. However, I just don't see it happening because we have all these really, really powerful people, rich, powerful organizations, not just here in the United States, across the world. We have China, the whole nation, the Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, the Good Club, the Illuminati, and they're all working together to destroy the country. And if Trump could actually fix the country and do something, they won't let him back in power. They will Kennedy him. John F. Kennedy in Texas, what happened to him, what happened to Donald Trump. If they can't stop him through election manipulation. Anyway, that's all I got today. Like I said, I'm tired. This video probably isn't all that great, but I tried. I want to get the information out to you all, and hopefully, by tomorrow I will be getting back awake and feeling better, getting some more energy. Hopefully. Anyways, thanks for watching. Creekmore, I'm out here, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.